Signs of vitamin D deficiency. Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Vitamin D is a critical supplement that has incredible impacts all through the body. Yet, in spite of its significance, numerous individuals simply don't appear to get sufficient sums. Truth be told, more than 40% of American grown-ups, just as roughly 1 billion individuals around the world, are vitamin D inadequate. Why would that be? All things considered, not many food sources contain vitamin D, and its greater part is really delivered in your skin. In light of UV beams from the sun, which is the reason it's occasionally called the daylight nutrient. Another purpose behind vitamin D lack is that it very well may be hard to recognize. It's difficult to know whether certain manifestations are really a consequence of low vitamin D levels, or on the other hand something different. In case you're concerned whether you're getting enough vitamin D, here are a few signs recommending that you presumably need more. Number 1. Aching muscles. Vitamin D assumes a significant part in the help of muscle work. When used, vitamin D enters your muscles and guarantees legitimate muscle constriction. This is likewise indispensable for developing muscle fortitude. In any case, in case you're encountering muscle torment that isn't because of effort, it very well might be expected. To inadequate degrees of vitamin D, truth be told, research has set up that ongoing muscle torment that is inert to treatment is frequently because of vitamin D inadequacy. Number 2. Painful bones. Your bones quit developing whenever you've arrived at adulthood, however old bone tissue is routinely supplanted by new tissue. Vitamin D is indispensable for guaranteeing bone tissue substitution, and a genuine lack can cause unresolved issues. This condition is known as osteomalacia or grown-up rickets, and can prompt osteoporosis. Since muscle agony and bone torment frequently look like one another, it's critical to know how to separate one from the other. Muscle torment is typically packed in one explicit area and is bothered by physical action. Throbbing bones, be that as it may, are frequently felt as an entering and extensively spread agony. Number 3. Fatigue. This manifestation is regularly ignored, in light of the fact that we will in general ascribe weariness to various things. All things considered, your body needs vitamin D to create energy, and an absence of it can cause you to feel drained and slow for the duration of the day. This absence of energy can likewise make you receive negative practices that can have an unfriendly impact on your well-being. In this way, tune into your body. In the event that you notice that you are feeling slow and can't sort out why, you may simply require to get some more vitamin D. Number 4. Reduced endurance. On the off chance that you are actually dynamic yet you notice that your perseverance is diminishing for no obvious reason, low degrees of vitamin D might be the reason. As I referenced in the past point, vitamin D assumes an imperative part in keeping up and expanding energy, and this is particularly valid for perseverance. Actually dynamic individuals can likewise encounter decreased perseverance, regardless of whether they are getting enough daylight consistently. Luckily, if an inadequacy of this nutrient is the offender, your perseverance will rapidly improve once your levels recover to business as usual. Number 5. Low moods. Vitamin D isn't just a significant factor in your cerebrum's well-being, it additionally influences your disposition. The territories of your mind that are related with disposition have vitamin D receptors. Low vitamin D levels can in this way essentially influence your synapses. While research is as yet being led, there is proof to recommend that vitamin D can increment certain synapses in the mind called monoamines. These incorporate, feel better, substances like serotonin and dopamine. Not having enough of these synthetics in your cerebrum can make you feel low, and even discouraged. This is likewise why numerous individuals experience low dispositions in the colder time of year, a condition called seasonal emotional disorder, which is at any rate halfway brought about by the general absence of daylight during the cold weather months. Number 6. Problems sleeping well. It's been found that vitamin D additionally assumes a part in getting great rest around evening time. The exact connection among rest and vitamin D isn't yet sure, however research appears to relate the nature of your lay down with nutrient D levels. This affiliation may have something to do with the vitamin D receptors in the cerebrum that control rest. Receptors that get lacking sums, work less productively than they ought to. Also, this can prompt helpless rest quality. Number 7. Sweaty head. At the point when your internal heat level surpasses 98.6 degrees Fahrenheit or 37 degrees Celsius, you sweat to bring down your internal heat level. This typically is totally regular. Sweat even serves to dispense with poisons that accumulate in fat cells under your skin. Nonetheless, if your head is perspiring while the remainder of your body isn't, it very well may be a sign that you may not get enough vitamin D. Number 8. Losing hair. Hair follicle development is animated by vitamin D. At the point when they are solid, hair follicles keep up hair volume. It is, obviously, common to lose hair as you get more seasoned. Be that as it may, individuals can likewise experience the ill effects of going bald because of an inadequacy in vitamin D. This is particularly valid for ladies. Examination likewise proposes an association between low vitamin D levels and alopecia, which is an immune system infection that outcomes in bare patches. Number 9. Wounds heal slowly. On the off chance that you get harmed and it requires some investment for your injuries to mend, an absence of vitamin D in your body may be the reason. Vitamin D assumes an indispensable part in reconstructing skin. Subsequently, in the event that you don't get enough, recuperating will happen at a much more slow speed. This can be particularly hazardous after a medical procedure and can likewise bring about more articulated scarring. Number 10. Dizziness. Vitamin D assumes a significant part in the legitimate working of your ears. Examination has shown that there are vitamin D receptors in the calcium channel transport frameworks situated in the inward ear. These serve in keeping a legitimate equilibrium of calcium. At the point when calcium gems situated in your inward ear are removed, you can encounter abrupt episodes of wooziness or a turning sensation, just as sickness, among other disagreeable indications. This condition is called benign paroxysmal positional vertigo, and there is plentiful proof connecting it to low degrees of vitamin D. Number 11. Heart problems. Maybe quite possibly the most disparaged hazard factors for coronary illness is vitamin D lack. In any case, mounting proof appears to demonstrate that deficient degrees of it can definitely improve the probability of coronary illness. There likewise is by all accounts an association with hypertension. As indicated by various huge examination considers, low degrees of vitamin D can twofold the danger of having a stroke, cardiovascular failure, or other heart intricacies. Number 12. Excessive body weight. Vitamin D is accepted to streamline your body's capacity to assimilate significant supplements, such as calcium, which is fundamental for bone well-being, yet additionally for a sound digestion. It helps your body consume calories. Examination proposes that corpulence expands the body's requirement for the nutrient in light of the higher measures of fat tissue. Besides, individuals with bigger waistlines experience difficulty changing vitamin D over to a more usable structure, and may require up to multiple times the sum than individuals of normal weight, to keep up solid levels. Number 13. Recurring infections. Vitamin D levels directly affect the well-being of your body's resistant framework. At the point when your body can handle adequate degrees of it, your safe framework stays solid and can battle contaminations and infections as it is intended to do. Not getting enough of this essential nutrient can bring about genuine outcomes. It can radically debilitate your insusceptible framework, leaving you defenseless against repeating diseases, also ongoing illnesses. Number 14. Reduced cognitive function. Vitamin D's organically dynamic structure has been appeared to have neuroprotective impacts. This implies that the nutrient really helps in the safeguarding of nerve work, which is vital for your cerebrum to work appropriately. Examination emphatically recommends that an insufficiency of this nutrient is a huge factor in decreased psychological capacity. Indeed, there are obvious signs that low degrees of vitamin D are associated with dementia just as Alzheimer's. Moreover, grown-ups with genuine vitamin D lacks are multiple times bound to endure disabled psychological capacity. While vitamin D lack is a typical issue around the world, there are a few factors that can lead to a considerably more serious danger of having low vitamin D levels. As you definitely know, the body produces vitamin D when presented to daylight. This implies that you are in danger of having low levels in the event that you invest in excess of energy inside, regardless of whether at home or at work, live in extraordinary northern or southern scopes, or wear pointlessly covering attire. Those with more obscure skin normally produce less vitamin D, on the grounds that the more significant levels of melanin in their skin is really intended to secure against inordinate openness to bright light. All things considered, in the event that you presume that you might be deficient with regards to vitamin D, it's critical to get your blood levels checked. Fortunately, a vitamin D lack is normally simple to fix. You can open yourself to daylight all the more frequently. Remember more food sources rich for vitamin D in your diet, for example, greasy fish, or strengthened nourishments, like oat, or just take an enhancement. It can do wonders for your well-being. In the event that you discovered this video supportive, offer it a go ahead, and share it with your companions. For additional recordings like this, hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Additionally, make certain to look at our different helpful videos also. A debt of gratitude is in order for watching.